Okay, we're back up.
What happens here?
There's Dad. Wake up. Ruben's here.
Your mic.
Look, it's slick as Ruben. He's not actually dead.
I'm not dead. First of all, I thought it was 10:30.
Oh my god. 10:30.
It is 10:30. Before,
Listen, man.
you missed both 10:30s. How did you miss both?
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just 20 minutes late
Fair
because I'm a fuckboy.
Well, really, you're like a lot of minutes late. Like we've been talking for 6 hours.
He was only required to be here at the later 10:30.
But
Yeah, which is why I was getting a little bit antsy. I'd planned out all of the activity to end right when he got here, and then we could start some stuff. But here we are. Let me take another sip of my beer, and I'll be ready.
yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make the switch now.
If somebody who still retains their voice could explain just what happened to Ruben, that would be great. I'm gonna go take a
What
piss.
happened to her?
No, what's going on?
Oh,
What he missed.
you're
So he doesn't have to watch the 6-hour stream.
Oh yeah, so yeah, as far as you know, you're at the ziggurat, doing ziggurat stuff. I would plonk you there at some point during the time skip. That's basically what you've been up to. There's
Oh,
a
so I
lot
just did what I... Yeah, we don't need to talk about this. Yeah, I know I'm doing that to Zipper.
Yeah, so you've been doing your ziggurat stuff basically this entire time. But in the meanwhile, in the background, on the other side of the ocean, literally, there's a mass movement of things occurring. Stuff going on in the Malkarian, like the borders expanding. Stuff going on with the Caltrop crew, like half the party fund is gone. Some dope shit. And we're probably gonna pick up with me coming to recruit the Caltrops, as I was told to do. As Kelnoa, because, you know, they fucking bend time and space. Yeah.
Just like little times.
Wow. Way to go. Eldest.
I mean, all this is like...
By the way, it's Caltrop, not Cowtrop. Do you
I'm
do you know what it?
I'm
Do you know how to
grammarly
spell?
adept, so if you care to correct me, go ahead.
I'm not grammarly adept. That's what I came back to. The Caltrop.
Caltrop.
How do you
Thanks.
spell it?
We're now literally cow shit, guys.
Alright, hold on, I gotta make the switch. Be right back.
Is it with
Alright,
an
friends.
A then?
C-A-L. Cal. You got it right earlier.
Did I?
Like a calthrop.
C-A-L-T-R-O-P.
Okay.
Not like a cow trop. Though I suppose that's probably where it got its name.
Yeah, that's where I was trying to spell it. See, I'm a phonics speller, so.
Anyhow. Ruben! And he's gone. And he's back. Ruben.
Ruben.
Are you there? There, pal? Da 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 da. Oh, Ruben.
Da 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 da.
Go into your task manager, close down all of Discord, then come back.
So I will be having internet in about 10 minutes. So
You can
I'll
go
just
to dinner.
I'll just be listening on my phone before doing anything.
Okay. Well, you can go to dinner, and it'll take me a minute just to get Ruben up to speed. Can you not talk? Is that your issue? But you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear it fine. It's just
I'm talking to Ruben.
oh.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. Or hi.
I don't know if it's still there. I was able to hear you guys, but
You sound really robot-y now.
Robot.
Yeah, so does Tierston.
Really?
Is Discord
Yeah.
dying? I think Discord might be dying.
Well, you're not having a problem though. That's for Pony.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound just fine to me, Oni.
But can you hear Tierston?
Tierston and Ruben sound a little robot-y.
it's Roboto.
Ruben? Ooh, did we just switch servers? What was that?
That was Tierston
I
jumping out and
switched
jumping
reverse.
back in.
Does it sound better?
No.
Welcome back, Jason.
I don't know if that's on a different server, though. Interesting. Anyway, your typing is a bit loud, and Ruben's a bit quiet. Let me see. Ice just Raz just changed the thing, so you're good, Ice. Never mind. Perfect. And Tierston? If he's still here? He's not here. Okay. All right. Now that the voice is fixed.
I sound fine then, yeah?
Yeah. Perfect. The voice server is just done. So, where were we?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Yes, exactly. In the middle of nowhere, on the continent that has been destroyed, we find Winwin and his son Jimmy Win, the budding young lad, trouncing through a field. Actually, it's more of kind of like a Caltrop. Muddy, terrible, reedy, foresty, gloomy thing towards the village near the ziggurat. You've this week alone killed 2 shambling mounds. Oh God, 2 of them.
2 of those fuckers?
2 of them. And these things are incredibly old. There must be a lot of them. And you've just been going back and forth from the town. It hasn't even been like you've been stumbling through the woods, beating them out of the muck. Now, not as it is the elder shambling mound that you fought with the Caltrop crew earlier. These are just the regular ones. Smaller, much smaller. But take it for what you will. The place is infested. You've garnered the support of most of the village. You have in your service now a lot of those people who were in that little fight club that was going on near the town.
Oh, the fucking Fight Club.
Yeah. Their names evade me at the moment. I'll go look them up eventually, but those people now kind of serve you. They're kind of like your temple guards. You've brought over with you at the behest of our plane shifter a trusted group of servants of Leftlander.
I might say planeswalker. And also I can talk again.
Wonderful. Over from the main continent. And you've really kind of started budding this church. You've cleared it out. You've cleaned it out. You've made a little bit of money, but not that much. Basically just cut your losses, as it were. You're not in the black. You're not in the red. might have been a slightly positive gain on the theological side, but in the terms of monetary gain, you're kind of dead even as it is. It's probably going to start costing you a little bit more money to bring it back up. So you might have to work in some way to pay for that. But right now you're doing all right. As it stands, you're kind of getting, through this link that you have to your god, a sense that he's a little bit annoyed and that there's kind of a tide building, that there's some sort of spring of growth that's going to come or something like that. Either that you're going to be restoring this new land or something else is happening.
Evil afoot?
Not particularly evil. But
Oh, the drows. Oh, the drows.
It might be the drow. You couldn't say. If they attacked Cimmeral a little bit, but not much.
Have I communicated with the drows since I'm down here?
In your neck of the woods?
Yeah.
You haven't found any. Where there's slaves, there's drow. And there's not enough people to draw slaves from here, you don't think?
Not even from the tree where we last half our party.
Probably not. The Dryad's making a recovery, and every once in a while I'll come visit. But aside from that, you're pretty much alone on this continent. To the south are many, many terrible things that we will not engage in just yet. But suffice it to say, without the rest of the Caltrop crew, you wouldn't want to go any further south than you already are.
Sweet. How are the local resources?
But they seem not to be. Whatever's down there doesn't want to trifle with you. Resources? Pretty standard. There's a pretty good fur trade going on the northern coast, but it's not like organized. And there's some spices here that you can't really find, and it's a very temperate climate. So there are all of those kind of spice trade sort of things. There's bananas, stuff like that. Rubber. You can harvest rubber here.
Could I see to having a mine survey? What the fuck you say it in English?
You might. The best people to do that would be the dwarves. So you could look into that with the High King at some point.
Okay.
Maybe sell a Shrine of Muradin here, where their dwarven hero is buried, and that might draw some of them.
Okay. Banana, what? What?
It's talking about your bananas.
Oh. I do have a lot of bananas.
Anyway, at some point, you reach the village, you carry out whatever it is you were doing, probably giving a sermon or something to that effect. Speaking of growth, on your trek back through the village, you find the Dryad wearing her resplendent crown of thorns and beautiful moon lilies. And you sort of pass like ships in the night. And onto the... She doesn't necessarily like you very much, you would say. She sort of tolerates your existence as it is. Then again, your religion kind of burned all of her family to a crisp, so there's that.
Hold on. I'll use that with her later.
Anyway. You're going to argue with the tree.
No,
anyway,
I want to make beds with the tree.
You return to the ziggurat, and the night passes rather mundanely, as it does here. Wherever you've set up your quarters there, it is not of much avail. But it is, as it is now, a temple to your god. And thus you reap the benefits of it. And as morning dawns on this beautiful day, you sort of get ready to settle in and get ready for the day. Actually, no, not quite morning. Before morning. let's say 3-ish. Yeah, about 3 in the morning. A couple of people are up doing their morning duties before the sun has arisen, as there is a very big prayer sermon at the dawn, as is your wont as a religion. Before then, you find a disturbance, and from there we'll pick up with Kalnoa. It is maybe a little past noon, and it's time to go grab Winman. And Thanatos says, if you would be so kind as to grab our debonair guest, we would enjoy his presence. The last one, hopefully. Hope we don't have anybody else coming. I didn't plan for anybody else coming. Did I? He's going to take a second and look around. No, it's fine. We'll be all right. Anyway, please go grab Winman.
I don't know. Make my way out. Although, as I'm about to walk out the door, pull out the cubic gate, click a button, click a rune, and I walk the door, and it's actually a portal.
Kalnoa folds space to the realm of Lavlander.
I go, hey, Phil.
The guards are doubled again.
I see you got some more friends.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We're never wrong.
This is true. It's very true. I mean, hey, you got the. I mean, it was the big man that allowed this to happen. So.
Well, he does owe you quite a bit, but his patience may wear thin at some point.
Yeah. The hope that
I owe you quite a bit. Saved my life.
Doing what's right for a change. What vengeance was just? At least a man.
I don't know. Although vengeance is probably bad. Just saying. I'm not going to preach to you, though.
Hey, man, I respect your opinion.
Sure. Anyway, don't you have somewhere to be going?
Yeah.
Bye then. See you in a bit.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
It's nice talking to you, Kalnoa.
And I pat myself on the head and plane shift to the foot of the ziggurat.
There is a disturbance, Winwin.
I farted on edge.
There is a second sunrise as blinding light falls over the front of the temple. The light of your god.
Thunder?
And the light disappears.
Oh.
Kalnoa pops.
Oh.
And in its place is just Kalnoa. That's fucking hilarious.
Have you ever heard of
Just
the terminology
that grimy
troll?
part. Hear that.
What bestows you to come here, Kalnoa?
Hey, bud. How you doing?
I'm good. I mean, you just brought in the holy light of the thunder, so I'm pretty good.
I mean, that's how I get around.
Must be great.
Where once it was mid-afternoon, it is now dark. So, yeah, I'd say you get around a little bit.
Anyways, yeah, you have become the last piece of the puzzle, my friend.
Puzzle? What puzzle?
I am to gather the Caltrops.
Party's coming back together?
Some of the party. Santos got big plans, big friends. You're gonna like some of them. They're fucking weird. Ugh, man.
Oh, that's Thanatos done in the old world.
some dope shit. That's my answer. But yeah, he requests your aid. You are you. It has to do with Jotunheim. I'll let a lot of the details be told by other people.
Jotunheim. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I bet. I bet you also tried to forget about it.
I think we all did.
I didn't have a reason to forget. Well, I'm coming with y'all this time. Well, I'll like I said, I'll leave the details, but we pack your bag.
Okay.
Where to go? Where to go? Say hi to your big papa in the sky.
Let me just organize some things, and then I'll be right out. Shut that, Savidoni.
Spirit in the sky.
Yeah, shush. I go say goodbye to my temple. Leave my son in charge.
Leaving your son
I
in
don't see
charge?
that ending bad at
He's
all.
He's like 4. What?
He's like 4? Oh yeah, and this one is 4. Too used to other world. Who's my second in charge? Do I have one?
Tristan's doubling right now. He's on loan from the Malkarian. He's helping you out.
Okay. I'll leave him in charge, and I leave orders.
And he actually pulls out a letter and says, "Nope, I'm supposed to come with you." And he like shows it to you, and it's got the seal on it and everything. Thanatos seal.
Who the fuck is staying in charge?
I don't know. There's. Didn't you bring like a cleric? They'd do good, right? We're paladins, so cleric holding down the fort would be a good idea, right?
If I brought anyone, I brought that fucking high priest cleric fucker from the Church of Samuel. What the fuck was his name?
Do you think he'd come?
Yeah, we were buddies. I don't see why not.
Really? Possibly. He was just Simrals. Is he in the town? He might be in the town.
Regardless of what happens.
Anyway,
we can take another 2 days and I can sort it out easy.
He's in charge. Unless he gets that.
No, that's fine for me. I didn't even know he's here.
Well, you said people I trusted. Like, that's a small group.
I didn't know he was here. Ventus didn't tell me anything. I just came over here to help.
Okay, yeah, he's in charge. I give him orders to protect the town and establish a safe route and keep the route safe between the town and the temple.
Yeah, you can't really get a route between the two just yet, but you've been working on clearing away things.
Yeah, keep doing that. And I go get my shit. Time to fuck shit up. Ready when you are, Noah.
When one walks through the dark confines of the ziggurat, he doesn't carry a torch. He doesn't need to.
He doesn't finish the word Kelnoa.
And he gathers his things and reports to Kelnoa, and he goes, "All right, Kelnoa."
I just poke his arm with my finger. Just
the world falls away from underneath you, and you are bathed in glorious light.
What's that?
There's an ascent at your postulation that is where you are, but other than that, no response.
It's so beautiful.
There's guards all around you, angels.
Hello, angels.
Hi, Win-Win. How you doing?
I'm good. I'll probably leave in 2 seconds, but I'm good. Thanks for asking.
He's such a nice guy.
I've started something. Oh man. Yeah, so don't mind. They just kind of they know this is my landing strip.
Your landing strip.
Yeah, they've erected like a cordon around where Winwin normally, or around where Kelnoa normally lands.
Yeah.
They must be really used to this. Holy shit.
Bruh, I've got some stuff growing in weird places. This portal business, not healthy to do on a daily basis.
I imagine so.
Like, bruh, I've got like the start of a horn growing out of my back. It's fucking weird.
What? I think you should see somebody about that.
Nah, it's fine. I'm a sorcerer. It's good. Anyways, I'll be back like tomorrow, Phil. That it might be the big day.
Oh,
I don't know.
well, that would make sense. And he kind of like looks behind him, and in the distance, there's a looming figure moving closer. It looks like a person. Ah, that makes sense. He turns around. Ah, yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Giving you all a heads up.
I think we figured as much, given, top down.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
more confirmation can't be bad.
Wait, what the
I
fuck? is-
suppose.
What's happening? What?
You'll figure it out eventually. You'll get filled in. It's fine. I'm not. I talk. That's what I. Yeah. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow, Phil.
Bye.
Feel free to stop by the cigarette anytime.
I plop the gate underneath us. We drop through and then stand up upright as if we walk.
You do like the reversed mirror, like you fall through feet first and come out head first.
No. We fall through feet first and then walk out
Oh,
like real trippy.
okay.
What the fuck just happened?
We fell through the portal, through the floor,
I'm not
and
okay.
then walked out
You're-
sideways like normal.
You throw up when
Yeah.
like as soon as you
No.
get there, your stomach's like not having any of this.
Maybe you know what? Maybe this 4 portals a day thing's actually okay for me.
You gotta warn a man before you do this shit.
Kelno is just used to it at this point. Like
I
you might have
don't-
bothered him the first like 4 or 5 times, but now it's like, nope, I'm good.
I told you, I told you I have a horn growing out of my back, right?
Yeah,
This is
but
fine.
I just feel like I broke so many laws of this universe right now.
Bruh, you've missed a lot. And I now gesture to the surroundings as I plonked us right in the middle
You're
of the palace
standing
grounds.
You're standing in the courtyard, or what passes for a courtyard, in the Palace of Night, within the city. And around you is quite the military camp. There are some what appear to be clockwork animals sleeping. They're not moving. They'd appear for statues if they didn't have so many gears and cogs and awkward things in them. Resting near the foot of the stairs, and there's like wagons everywhere. There's like trees made into wagons, so like a bed of trees and more trees stacked on top, and wheels, great wheels that are like as tall as you, that are bearing all of this load. And there's like hundreds almost of these wagons, not specifically those, but like just in general, there's like almost 100 wagons.
Who in the 9 hells are we going to war with?
There's iron dwarves walking about that are clad in plate, head to toe. Maybe you can see their eyes. They've got beard armor.
I shout, "Hello, Fenrir."
Some of them even have like diamonds over their eyes, so there's no slot there. It's just like solid plate.
What the fuck?
And the encampment is like a somewhat metallic tent-looking thing that has like massive pikes protruding from it, and it appears purpose-built to house them, as they are the closest relation to the Malkarian. This may be like planned. Their little encampment. And there's an order of knights trailing about with Malkarians mixed in with them. You notice archers practicing in the butts. They're firing away at little like cloths of hay and old bits of clothes and things like that.
Winwood feels Winwood feels an uneasy urge as he looks at these archers.
And there's there's like 2-story wagons. They have like the same base, like huge, massive wheels that are supporting these like 2-story wagons that are built up, and they're like iron shod, and they're almost kind of squarish. And then there's ones that look like towers that are like that, and they've got like a roof on the top. Some of them have ballista, and as you're getting there, one of these is kind of rolling up the hill, but this one looks different. Attached to the top of this wagon is like a one of these towers, but it's different. It's like hollow in the middle almost, and in it is this weird looking ballista thing. Instead of like 2 limbs, it's got 4 limbs, and attached to the cocking mechanism in the back, it's got like a whole bunch of ropes and weird pulleys and all kinds of strange things, and it's set up on like this spindle so it can spin in like 360 degrees almost, and it like moves a little bit as it's clanking up the stairs, and it's barely got any resistance, and it's like almost gyro stabilized. And these ropes go down into the first floor of this wagon, and in this wagon is like this awkward gear mechanism, and it's hooked up to like little horse bridles that look like they fit onto something. And there's a magazine on top of the ballista where like bolts would slot in, and next to it are held together with little tiny metal clips on and off each of these that interlock with each other. Sets of like either steel or some sort of strange metal long bolts that are at least as tall as you, and they come to a wicked fine point.
Have you made a rail fucking gun? Style?
It doesn't look like a railgun. It's a ballista, but it's strange.
It's like an automatic ballista.
One of the dwarves kind of sidles up and says, that is an old piece there. A sky battery. Pulled by windlass by horse. It cocks and fires at the same time.
Cocks and fires at the same time?
It looks to be like an automatic like ballista. And it's probably for use against like dragons.
What ungodly name.
I say to Win-Win, you know how you got in a tuss about a vampire?
Yeah?
We didn't forget about that. Welcome to the venture.
Wait, is this a fucking war party?
It appears to be at least a piece of one. Thanatos kind of sidles up now. He's been seeing to things around the camp, and as he approaches, he looks a little bit different, but you can't quite place why.
I'll leave you two to it, and Kalnoa seeks the tower.
Which now has a room in it. And is actually getting taller.
Perfect.
Thanatos sidles up to Winman.
The great king himself. Long time it's been, Thanatos.
I'm not a king. I'm an emperor, thank you.
Oh, the great emperor.
Yes. Much praise ado. Later and later we shall get on about how awesome I am. We don't have time for that. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
we're going to war?
uh,
Could have told me.
well, last time you guys kind of got your ass kicked, and we sent a group of mercenaries with you, so I figured I'd take things a little bit further. And do you know how long it takes me to send you a letter? Do you know how long? Also, hi, Tristan. Hi, Thanatos. Asshole.
Yeah, I was about to say who's role playing that one.
And he wanders off. Tristan does.
Why a whole war party though? How powerful can they be?
I'm not taking any chances. And I don't know. We'll find out.
Can your kingdom handle another war so soon after
All
your
the other
civil
wars are
war?
done. They're all taken care of. And another war is great for morale. If you haven't noticed, we're doing pretty good. Nobody's upset. Everybody's fed. I've increased my borders. War's good for the medieval empire. And a bit. Troops are in serious need of training. All of them are green. And I need bats. And you know what Jotunheim has?
Bats.
Exactly. Yeah, the winter here kind of killed them all.
So I'm here to saddle up your war party.
Probably. Kelnoa will fold space for us, and will arrive. Hopefully, and he kind of like looks down at his wrist, and on there's like some sort of strange contraption. Hopefully, at the right time. It might be a little bit bumpy for other people.
Could have told me. Could have brought some people.
Who are you going to bring?
I hold great sway in the world of paladins nowadays.
That's good. We already have paladins.
From where? What ungodly earth of a fucking war party do you have?
Well, Sylvanius sent some from Kellamvor, and I have mine, my house Aminatai, though they're technically more lawyers than they are paladins, but that's besides the point.
Hey, Ruben.
Yeah.
While this conversation's going on, just scroll up past the recent flurry of pictures for a post I made, and you'll see exactly what's going on.
Of what you typed?
Yeah.
The fucking Death Knight? Hold up.
He's not here.
Okay. Not hold up.
He left. He's just, that's a complete list we're going to add to it.
I tried copy pasting that, by the way, and it did not work.
Yeah,
none of the text showed up. It was weird.
A bunch of different things.
Bullshit.
What were we saying?
Anyways, I'll go back to being quiet.
Oh, bullshit.
Cavalry is?
And I quote, cavalry of bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what those statue-looking things were.
They're clockwork.
There's like a T-Rex and like a crocodile with really long legs and a couple of a bull and some horses that look weird and a unicorn and a bunch of raptors, like oversized raptors.
He sent for Gearbo, and Gearbo did this.
The one who blew you up in the mech suit.
Oh, he's alive in this world.
Yeah, and he's the ally of the Caltrop group.
Remind me to subconsciously stay the fuck away from him.
They're being run with
He's a dangerous guy. And on them are lizardmen.
Lizardman.
Yes.
All the way
Gearbo's a
here.
crafty son of a bitch.
How the fuck did you convince a lizardman to get all the way up north?
I
Probably
didn't.
Gearbo.
Gearbo did.
Yeah, it's just Gearbo.
I just asked for Gearbo. I was expecting him to show up on like a mech. But
He
this is
said the
this is new.
There's some weird shit going on here.
I can't not talk.
I don't ask questions. You've got a day or so before we head out. So if you've got anything you need to do before then in the civilized world, get to it.
Civilized world, I'm doing fine just in the new world, thank you very much.
Sure. If you'd like a shower, we have those.
I have showers there, just not the traditional type.
With hot water.
That would be nice.
Anyway.
I mean, great DM here hasn't described the undead yet, but this is going to be interesting.
What undead? No undead here. They're not. There's no undead here. There's nobody here is undead. You can't sense any. You haven't smelt any. Your divine sense that is almost constantly running hasn't picked up anything.
I believe you. I'm just saying this is going to be an interesting session. Well, game in general.
Right.
Especially if Vlad shows up.
Probably not. I mean, there's taken a machine gun to a bow and arrow fight, and then there's taken nukes. Dude, I don't think that's necessary. Anyway, where were we? Oh yes. No, where were we? We were whatever you need to do. You have, say, 12 hours. As soon as Kelno recovers, and we can spare him, and he feels up to the task, we'll be heading towards Jotunheim, probably.
You have any messengers around here I could send letters to?
Yeah. What do you need?
Just to spread word of my kingdom. Request help of sorts.
I'm still getting flyers, so I'm pretty sure you don't have my message system.
Any help I could get is worth it.
I mean, the ships that go for you, for your area, go through our ports, so pretty sure we know about you.
I'm not saying you don't know about me. I'm just saying if I could convince other paladin orders to come show up.
I'll look into it.
You're paying that for it.
I'm a pain? I'm a pain.
No, I'm a pain.
You're a pain. Why are you a pain?
I don't know, Emperor. I'll be waiting for you. Just give me the word.
Now, why don't you go use your library you have free access to?
Wait, we're here? In the city?
I mean, we're in the palace.
Oh, we're in the courtyard.
City's down there.
See, there you go. That's what I was looking for. I'll be in the library.
Right. And the temple's behind us, the library I was talking about. There's a library down there, but... Are you alright? Did your brains get scrambled a little bit in the teleport?
I thought you meant city down there with the palace, not two separate. Never mind. That's a Ruben fuck up, not a Jimmy not a Win fuck up.
Right.
It was the port.
It was the portal.
It's what I've been saying all afternoon. It's fine.
I'm off to the library. Yell at me when shit happens.
Right. The evening passes. It goes into nighttime.
Hold on.
And yes.
As Win enters the library, he's greeted by a white dragon.
Yeah, in the Temple of Lathlander, there's a white dragon wormling just dawdling about.
What the What?
Lunas, probably.
Yeah.
Ludus. Is that you, Ludus?
Yes.
I
A
take
little bit bigger, but not much.
I take out a piece of meat. Lunas?
He's unimpressed with your little tiny piece of meat.
I take out more meat for this fat fuck.
That got real
Kind
good.
of sniffs it and like kind of looks at it like, and goes back to what it was doing.
It ain't impressed by you, bitch.
Freaking little shit.
You hear like screeches, like maybe like a cat or something, and like a little tiny roar in the distance, and then
Hey.
no more screeches.
Oh. I see Lunas is in that phase of her life.
Yes.
That sounds like in, what the fuck was the name of your character again, Eldest?
Kiro?
That sounds like a Kiro problem.
Not my department.
I have my own child to worry about.
But as you were saying, Oni,
Yeah, you head over into the library, and you postulate that perhaps it's possible that the white dragon exists to hunt other creatures of lesser stature, and does not care, in fact, for butchered meat.
Well, listen, Oni. Maybe I was trying to be nice. Haven't thought about that one.
Okay. No comment.
falling boulders. But you were saying it goes into night?
Yes, nighttime. That's right.
Stannis is up at night.
How in the nine hells are you going to convince Dwinwin that these are different undead? What Kirsten?
Yes, Thanatos is there if you need him.
In the evening, I would like to bring Thanatos to the tower.
Thanatos enters the tower up the winding flight of stairs.
I had a thought. When I was in solitude, way back, separated from you guys, I ran across a friend who pointed me in the right direction. Inevitably, it didn't help my case, and I take my hat off, and I'm like, do you mind if I take him with us?
I'd like to meet him first, and he needs to fall somewhere in the chain of command.
He'll be my bodyguard.
Why not? I asked, and you have returned with me an answer. So, yes, we'll look into it. As long as you have some people from my side keeping an eye on him as well as you, that's fine.
Yeah, he'll stay with me, and if he's not with me, he'll be making sure that other people are feeling better. And I pull up the cubic gate, and I click the solitude button, and I say, "Vrum." And I pull forth through a 10 by 10 cubic gate that forms in the middle of this room in the tower from the Beginnick. I found him once while I was lost. He tried to point me towards town, That didn't work out.
That is unfortunate.
I got caught. But he is friendly.
Nice to meet you, bro.
And then Vrum know him.
Right. Well,
Why Vrum here?
why is Rum there? To help kill somebody. Probably.
Vrum have time to recharge.
Sure. Dennis just kind of looks around desperately.
Okay. Kelno says, I'll escort him so people don't get freaked out.
Right. If your friend kills anybody, it's your responsibility. I have places to
I
be.
understand.
Make sure you pick up after him and take him out when he needs to and feed him in the morning. Anyway, bye.
Vrum understand.
So we can keep him? Really, Mom? Really?
What was that, eldest?
Oh, nothing. I was just being stupid.
Right. The dawn comes. The morning dawns. The cubic gate recharges. Roll for your charges, please.
Oh, we got to keep all the shit we got from Order, right?
What'd you get?
Like from during the campaign.
Why wouldn't you?
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Your character sheet as you left it
Okay, good.
from the last Malkarian Legacy game.
We have enough. Got two.
And Thanatos kind of puts his hand on you and says, when you're ready, Kelno up.
Right on the end, right?
On the end of...
Aren't we lining them all up
Oh, yeah.
in a parade?
Out towards the stairs. And behind him, the cavalcade, the caravan is kind of assembled together. And it stretches out some distance. Let's just hope my numbers are right. Or the shipyard's numbers. We'll find out.
Right.
Anyway,
You
can swim, right?
I got Vrum. He floats.
Okay, that's good.
I got Vrum now. Everything will be okay.
Glad a lot of this stuff's made of wood. Let's go when you're ready. I know where we're going on the other side.
All right. I take the hat off and I put it in my pack. Actually, no. I have Vrum hold it. And I take out the cubic gate and I channel to make sure that this all goes right. And the tentacles start flailing a little bit. My tail is writhing, and I summon the largest cubic gate plus. The
yawning
20-foot
maw of the new pathway expands open onto a distant land, obscured by this Mira film.
And then unless Thanatos does, I cast Thaumaturgy on myself and yell, "Onward!"
There's a bunch of people who do it.
Yep.
All throughout the whole group, it seems to go out almost at the same time.
When he felt he had to make a present.
But that counts.
The swirling blue and white.
I forgot I wasn't muted. Bleh. I started singing.
Arched.
My bad.
Where was I? Yes, the gate. The procession charges through the gate, and as the Caltrop crew in Maine, near the fore, the front, if you will, of this group, goes through, you see like an armed procession arrayed in front of you of angels, all sorts of angelic types, those of the upper planes. And in the distance kind of lumbers the Planetar. Not the Planetar, the other one, the Empyrean, the giant titanic angel of Lathlander's realm, kind of keeping an eye on you, it would seem, as you pass through this gate.
Hi.
I told you, Phil. We're back.
Phil is nowhere to be seen at this very front.
Oh, shit.
And unlike before, these are all in armor.
Yes.
They're covered in plate, and their faces are almost obscured to some degree. It's harder to pick out individuals. And
So-
kind of on a time constraint, if you stop, people might run you over.
Anyone going to explain to me why we need these many people to go to war with some vampires?
No, he wasn't there, was he? Neither was I, but I heard the stories.
Nor was I.
What are we talking about right now?
I don't know. We're kind of busy at the moment. The group kind of charges forward, and after the last of them are through, the gate promptly closes on its own. Its time worn thin.
What do we see on the other side?
On this side, you see Lathlander's realm. It's like I said, there's a procession of angels kind of just watching over you guys, making sure nobody wanders off.
Hi.
They're rather stoic, the angels.
How are we all doing today?
You see a few people in the crowd kind of rise up a little bit, the angels near you, but none of them make a comment.
Oh, fucking Rube!
What?
I bet this creature before. Woodward spoke to him.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Sorry, I was doing something in chat. People halt. I was reminding people who were from it.
Oh no, I remember who Vrum is.
Right. Where were we?
I don't know.
In the Larva Lathlander.
Oh. Is no one talking today? Is that it?
Am I allowed to talk? Hi.
I mean,
Not allowed to talk yet.
Okay.
I'm just is all the did we get the whole?
Everybody's through, it would seem.
All right.
There's a small head count taken, and everybody who seems to be supposed to be gone through has gone through.
All right. I asked Thanatos to give me a description of where exactly you want this entire war party to land.
I shall hold on to you. Keep in mind that you're out of plane on this one, so I'm not sure if you can scry through planes.
Do it out of plane.
He cannot slide through other planes of existence.
So
Is
as
that a
soon as
thing?
we
I actually honestly don't know how it works. I usually don't use too much
I-
divination magic.
So as soon as we go through the gate, you kind of lose us, as it is.
Okay.
And on this other side of the gate, I kind of breathe out a sigh of relief. Oh, I feel like weight has been lifted off my shoulder. It's good not to be watched, I think. I'm not sure.
Wait, we're being washed?
Possibly? Maybe?
Well, I
Hard
would
to-
know if I'm being spied on. Hold on.
Well,
Flips
don't have to
Without my
scry on you. They could scry on somebody near you, right?
Filthy Emperor.
I mean, that's how I do it. I mean, that's how I would do it.
What?
Nothing. Anyway, there's a ship. It's more of a barge, actually. It should be theoretically. Keep in mind, I kind of planned this one out. Not sure of how this was going to go. But it's supposed to be like, let's see here. I kind of pull out like a little tiny map and I confer with Kelnoa right about here. And on the ship should be, what's his name? Help me out here, Kelnoa. He was a tiefling. He was on Jotunheim. He had like big horns.
Shit,
He's one of my people. Do you remember him though, right? I think you guys met him there, right? He's supposed to be being an eye on things there for us. He might have guided you to where the giants were.
Oh, we're talking about the guide?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember the name of the guide.
Yeah.
But you know him, yeah? You think you could drop us close to him?
I remember him, yes.
Okay.
Like I remember I don't remember his name.
Close to there. So,
Okay.
or on the ship, rather. So I'm going to help try and guide you. I've been on the ship before, but this might be a little bit spooky, so hold tight.
It's fair. Alright, I have Thanatos hold my shoulder, and once again, I bring forth the cubic gate. Is the massive, swirling blue arch.
And as this arch is formed, there's a simultaneously call for charge. Move, go!
There we go.
And the whole procession charges forth, double wide, quick as they can through the gate, and falls promptly almost 2 feet onto the deck of this ship that's slightly pitching. And in front of you, you fall these 2 feet, and it kind of makes you stumble, but it's not too bad. But the portal kind of realizes back with the ship and the swell of the ocean right as the first carriage starts rolling onto it, and then slowly pulls away and comes back up onto it just as the rear wheels catch. And so it's a little bit sketchy for sure. But it seems that there's these barges that were brought out here, and they've been strewn together, carpentered together almost. And in front of you is the port town of Jotunheimer, and the docks stretch out in front of you, and there's warships around you, 2 or 3 of them, and longboats, and these longboats are varying size. Some of them are big enough to hold troops, and some of them appear to be like sloops, attack ships that carry troops, like to shoreline, if you will. And they're ferrying troops right now, actually. And then there's what remains of the Bat Cavalry, it seems, is here, and they're kind of policing the air around here, keeping wyverns away and that sort. And there's people manning ballistas and things like that. And this beach landing, if you will, seems to be going very well. And there's all around this barge are these long ships. They look like they're ready to pick passengers off. And there's a couple of people on this barge that are kind of standing uneasily. One of them is that tiefling that you spoke of, with the kind of like antlers almost instead of horns. And among them are Cully, who came through the portal with you, but he's sort of briefed with these people. He knows these people who are manning the barge with him, and he goes over this, and they're kind of ready for this. It looks like they're prepared almost. and Xanros is helping as well. They're kind of briefed on the situation, and some of the figures are hooded, but these don't appear to be rabble. They're picked men, and they're helping you guys unload. And one of the wagon wheels cracks, but it's only one, so they're able to kind of slide by. And just as the portal's about to close, you can see it like flickering. The last dwarf kind of jumps through, lands on the deck, and the portal disappears into nothingness.
That was very
and some tightly clenched fingers and some pursed lips kind of relax, and you can see Thanatos kind of like sigh a little bit, and he's like, "Wow, I thought we were dead." That's good.
Yeah, you're done good here, buddy.
No, I thought we were all going to die, actually.
Well, the risk was worth it.
Sure. Right. The barges are going to split up soon, so we need to move.
Anyone gonna tell me what the fuck is happening yet?
We're attacking Jotunheim. There it is, right there. See it? And in the distance before you, if you're on roll 20, on the map, there's Jotunheimer on the shoreline there, and you can see our group assembled. And right about where that Caltrop is where we are.
I would like to make this clear to the party as a player now. Now, I asked Oni, could I bring a guy, right? And the reason why I'm able to bring Rum is because, like, Kelnoa knew him, obviously. But the point of why I came up with it was because Rum can heal.
But why is the rum gone?
Why is the Rum gone? But yes,
Rum is with you.
I'm just letting you know, if we need a field doctor, more than just Win-Win, we have another.
Kiro can heal too. And I think Kiro knows how to bard a little bit better now.
Yes.
Kiro can too. But the more heals, the merrier.
Right.
Paladin Horde now.
True. Onward and upward. The dwarves are boarding attack ships, and so are a lot of the other people. And the horses are kind of ferried onto their own barges, and these little like ramps, platform kind of things, little lips to these barges are being flipped up, and then their ties between them are being like slashed or cut or chopped, and after that it starts like breaking up into smaller ones, and they're kind of now being towed by some of these attack ships towards the docks.
Who pissed you off?
Me?
Stanatos.
I don't like failure.
So you sent a war party to a fucking island?
I mean, they have bats.
Wait, we're sending this whole war party to Jotunheimer or Jotunheim?
Jotunheim, the whole island. But first we got to go through the town. There's not really anywhere else to land, Claire.
I gotcha, okay.
Soraya, respectively. And from the warships, there's like other people descending, and these are probably the mercenary groups Thanatos talked about before.
Okay.
That you were not there for. Those would be the Society of the Sword, Landrand's Steel. Landrand? Landrans?
It's like Landrand. Let's just say Landrans. That's easier.
Right, Landrans, Steel, and the Order of the Silver Lance, which appears to be in the Malkarian's private contract.
I forgot how powerful this was.
They're training his cavalry, if you will. Powerful what?
Remind me to say thank you to the fucking order later. What?
Sure.
Oh, sorry. I finally got the Holy Avenger from Arda.
Did you? When did you get this?
Yeah. Arda gave it to me as a party gift. It was like the last session.
Huh.
It said I found it in a shrine at the Shizuku ship.
Oh, that's good, because I was going to give you one from there. You had two of them. Then again, you were doing it yourself.
I am doing it. I have 2 Holy Avengers.
No. Did he name it and everything?
He just said it was a Holy Avenger.
Okay, I'll put
No.
my stuff in there for it then.
Okay.
So there, your barge and the attack ships connected to you. You can choose to join either one of them, but for now you're on your own kind of barge. And there's this one's just hauling lumber.
Okay.
And the rest seem to be managed in better hands than yours. People who have practiced for this, but Thanatos kind of has you guys managing this one yourself. With you is Cully, but that's about it. The other people seem to be off doing other things.
All right.
And you start rowing towards the dock. The Thanatos is going to call forth his bat, which is already here, swirling about in the skies.
I summoned my Pegasus. No, what was it? Yeah, Pegasus. Go fuck yourself for that.
I thought you had a griffin.
No, a greater magical steed thing.
Whatever. Make up your mind. Thanatos calls forth his bat and is he's sitting on the bow of the attack ship with him now, and he climbs on. And there's a couple trusted men in there already, and he kind of gestures about, you can stay on the barge if you want to, but it's not exactly the most comfortable ride. No, good talk. Onward. And the boat starts sailing towards the dock, and oars and rowers moving the ship closer and closer. The warships are docked; they're anchored, sort of in the bay here where you were attacked by wyverns last time. And a hydra, which are absent, it would seem. Which is good. This is good.
So, where we're at as a synopsis is we're on a barge, and everything else is starting to take effect around us as people make their way towards the shore.
Yeah, it seems like there's already some contingent there in the town.
All right.
Some force of armies, and eventually, you guys make landfall onto the docks. This map is just a representative. It's, as I said, not always accurate. Sure. You can just attach bottles of alchemist fire in smaller containers to arrows. You don't need anybody to do that for you. You can do that yourself.
Did someone take alchemist fire?
Okay, cool. You can go ahead and do that. We have lots of alchemist fire.
Woodward has 20 on him.
I'm talking to Tierston.
Okay.
Yeah, he's sending messages over private channels for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't
Did you
trust
hear
you
that?
guys.
I
What's
was
up?
muted.
It's just
What-
you were talking, so I didn't want to talk. So yeah.
Well, okay. No, I was talking about Tierston.
Oh, I was going to say, like, wait a second, what?
No.
While you were talking, I had the idea. I didn't want to get the idea through. So
Okay, that's good. Alchemist fire is good. I'm talking to Phil. If I'm talking too much, you guys can stop me. In fact, I stop talking now. You guys land on the island.
okay.
What is the town looking like right now as we make landfall?
So it's not on fire or anything yet. So that's good.
We have a welcoming.
Yeah, there's a couple of mercenaries. They appear to be the mercenary captains of the two orders. One of them is resplendent, and the other one's a little bit less pomp. But they seem to be in your service. If you buy them as a standard bearer, the Landrin and his men, the original founder's name, Landrin is their group, but this is Irik. He's one of his grandsons.
Hello, gentlemen. What's the situation at the town looking?
And the leader, he's the one who's more resplendent, and the other leader is the Society of the Sword. He's a little bit, he's not as resplendent. He's not as kind of pumped up. And they report on the situation in the town. It's clear enough. We haven't found anybody. No general resistance, it would seem. Nobody's attacked so far. Just a bunch of populace and town guards and some buildings.
And dead look on this island. Filthy fucking vampires. Don't trust anyone.
We don't trust anyone anyway, sir. Unless you're paying us. We've got everybody pretty much crowded in their homes. Not that that took much effort. They're already hiding there.
Good. Have you set the scouting party out already?
We have our own scouts just kind of keeping an eye out around the town, but we don't have a patrol going, no. Not yet.
No.
The other one steps forward. I've got a patrol out, but they haven't seen anything yet. At least
Claire looks for the stash of rings or whatever that is on this island, and she puts one on.
Okay. The other tiefling, the one with the antlers, is the one who's holding them. He gives you one.
Okay.
I address Win-Win.
Yes.
My part in overlooking things is kind of done here. If you want to be the proxy for us for the different groups of mercenaries, that's fine by me. Tactics in war is not my cup of tea. That's a Thanatos thing.
I've had to keep shit organized at
Thanatos has his own people to look after, so he'll be doing that for the most part. You guys are just going to take control of mercenaries.
Yeah,
mercenaries. I have two companies, right? Two companies of mercenaries.
You have two companies as of yet. You can look into hiring more if you really want them.
Okay.
And one is a larger company, mixed units, and one is a smaller company of crack infantry.
Who's in charge of who again?
Landrin is the crack infantry, and the other one's kind of the diverse group. The other one numbers about 1,000 in total. Landrin's is only about 300 men. That's including his support staff. Fighting men altogether, I think it's like 200.
Legend.
Yes, of course.
I would request your party to secure this port town.
Yes, sir. Town secured, sir. Next task.
I thought you would be incompetent.
Perhaps.
I don't say that out loud.
Okay.
Well, organize with the other mercenary camp company. Start sending out scouting parties. Report anything immediately you see suspicious. Specifically look for any hidden entrances, especially within the port area.
Of course. Yeah, we'll have our men search the buildings if that's all right with you. If you'll sanction it.
I sanction it. These fucking vampires that come out of the holes.
The flag next to the standard bearers holding kind of gets hoisted up and then it's drawn around in a circle, and you can hear doors breaking in the distance.
Fucking undead.
I'm gonna be on the lookout on the ship, or from the highest point of the ship, that I can look over the.
Yeah, I gathered the rest of our party members. Like I leave Win-Win with this conversation.
So you can kind of get up maybe 15 feet into the little like one man footrest that is the crow nest of this longship's attack.
Okay. That's what's
Yeah.
Claire doing, and Soraya is going to be slinking around next to the paladin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll gather with Orsic, Vrum, and Kiro, and be like, I'm mostly addressing Kiro, obviously, because fucking. Yeah. Anyways, I ask, should we just let the masses sort this one out, or
Yeah, I think we should.
do you feel like there's anything we should be doing?
Not that I can think of right now. Like it's being handled pretty well here so far.
Maybe we just do what Claire's doing, keep an eye out for anything that pops up.
Yeah.
We're problem solvers. We'll be problem solvers.
Right. The searching of the town goes rather well. For the most part, nothing unusual. Burgermeister, the sheriff, if you will, reports that his guard is, at your disposal. They'll do whatever you need them to do. There's shops around that have been investigated and searched, and nothing too unusual has come up. There's the alchemy shop.
Who's the local leader of this town?
There's a mayor of sorts.
I request a meeting with the mayor.
The mayor is already kind of like on the docks, kind of keeping an eye on things, and he's not very happy about this. So he's at hand. One of the mercenary captains will point to him when you ask for him.
I approach the mayor.
Are you the one orchestrating this, you fucking bastard?
I understand, Your Angel, but there are vampires on this island, and I cannot let
Vampires?
them live.
Oh my. It is terrible.
I agree. And as a holy paladin of Lathander, I have seen that your town does not carry these foul beasts, and I will grant you full protection and aid of these troops. Is there anything that comes up? Please make me aware. These men will be here for nothing more than to guard this port town. If anything happens, please report it immediately. I'm sorry for the intrusion, but safety comes first.
The wagons start landing and they start rolling north, probably towards that cliffside. And there's probably the bats aren't in the sky anymore. Maybe they're towards the north as well. A couple more flew off in that direction.
Well, I'll take that as my cue to start getting ready. Mayor, have a splendid day.
Right. Yes, of course.
And go find the rest of the party, whatever the fuck they want.
We ditched you.
Soraya's with you, I thought.
Soraya?
Yep, Soraya's with you.
Okay.
She's shadowing you, in a sense.
Good, Soraya.
She doesn't like vampires, and she knows that you are, She's melee, you're melee, you're amazing at, so she's with you.
Where are the mercenary captains and leaders?
They're still on the docks. They're keeping close by.
Okay, man. I'm going to ask that you set your men ready to mobilize at a moment's notice. If I send word that you are to charge, I expect you there by tomorrow's light. And whatever
What?
fucking look. I think that worked out a lot better in my head.
You want to say that in English, sir?
Sorry, the teleportation fucked up my head.
We here to do that to you.
So, prepare your men for war, obviously, yada yada yada, fuck that bullshit. If I send word, I expect your men to follow. That's it, have a good day, bye.
Are you
Fuck,
sure?
I can't speak it. I mean,
Thanatos said we're probably going to set camp further inland.
yeah, we move on my orders. Is there something I'm saying wrong?
No, doesn't seem like it's wrong to me. Just letting you know what we know.
Okay.
We'll
English,
keep close to foot
motherfucker.
then.
Do you speak it?
I start fucking screaming in my head. This is what happens when you drop me in a fucking situation I know nothing about.
Those of us keeping watch from the boat, what are we seeing in terms of like where everything's moving?
So Claire's kind of keeping an eye on things for you a little bit. She sees a group land, not on the docks, but kind of precariously on like a soft rock landing. It's not very soft. And they move further inland at a breakneck pace.
If it matters, I got a natural 20.
I just assume you can see all this anyway. You got a real perception.
Can I?
And
Did I
you
have
can
a
see the
meeting
groups of
with that
mercenaries. What do you got, one? What do you say?
Can I request a meeting with Thanatos?
Sure.
Did I get it?
Yeah, he'll be
Oh.
there in a minute.
Okay.
You see that the bats have kind of flown off into the distance. They're off towards the north, and that's also where that other group is moving, that have taken flight and landed elsewhere. And the Society of the Sword is kind of the ones kind of screened out around the town. Inside the town is Landren's order, Landred Steel.
Yeah.
They're kind of keeping the justice here. They're keeping the peace. They've searched most of the buildings. They've looked over it. Nothing foul afoot.
All right. I'll head to Thanatos and
Yes.
go.
Thanatos is meeting with Winnon. How are you? Yes, Winnon. What did you need?
So, what is your battle plan?
Well, we've got hoardings and makeup and wood, cord, stock, if you will, to set up a fort inland. That's where we're headed right now. We're planning on setting it probably just before the swamps, or maybe after them.
Sure.
I had an idea that plane would work rather nicely where your party was hit by the giants.
Can you go back to the map and show me where you're kind of thinking of so I can see it? Possible?
Yeah, I'll move it. So we'll head south from Jotunheimer, down past the broken tower there that is represented by the mill.
Okay.
And after the wind move north, or broken tower, we'll head west, and then south up that another cliff embankment, and then on that plain where that giant on the mammoth is.
Here.
Yeah, around there. And that's
Okay.
probably where
Yeah.
we'll end up setting up camp. That's where
on the
I
map
looked
he had a picture where that random picture in that area.
We still have to go through the mountains then, huh?
at. We'll have to go
Okay.
through the trails, but I don't have to break any mountains going there, no.
Okay.
So that's my plan. We'll set up a fort there, we'll draw our forces in, and we'll use that as a base to strike forth. It
What
gives
kind
us
of-
access to delve down into the ancient city below, and a decent place to move around. We can use the city to scrounge resources, money, and the like. The rest
What?
we've kind of brought with us.
What?
We'll send the ships away after we're done. They've got orders to be on standby, but not that they don't take any other jobs.
What resistance are we expecting exactly?
I couldn't say.
You come here with a full war party, but you don't know what is expected? A fool goes into war blind.
I'm not blind. I have an idea of what's going on.
Care
But-
to share?
Not at the moment. But the resistance I expect I did not expect here. If we meet any, it'll be at the enemy's fortress, I believe. Which is why we bring siege engines.
I would poke holes in this plan, but sure.
And there's not much way to search this island, or to scout it.
I think that's the issue.
I could have broached with Cimmerl and had divination done, but how much divination can they do?
This is an island
Especially
of
on
mountains.
enemies they don't know. It is an island of mountains, and we have flying units we'll use against them, hopefully.
I sense a lot of guerrilla warfare in our future.
Possibly. It's a good thing we bought some guerrillas.
Is that literal or metaphorical?
I didn't bring any literal guerrillas, but I'm sure we could find some, given time and the inclination.
I mean, there's the gearbow unit.
I suppose we could see if one of those could be converted to a guerrilla. In the menagerie, there's not a guerrilla, but it's possible. We could look into it. That would be hard to ride.
I just hope your war plan goes as successful as you hope it does.
Hey, if it doesn't, at least we get to loot the island.
And make a new powerful enemy with the vampires.
I'm not worried about it.
So says a man with a kingdom and an army at his back.
You didn't get a dagger in the back last time you trifled with her, did you?
Only because I got saved by... I still don't know what it was to this day. A woman of sorts.
I thought you said it was a dragon.
Did Ruben know it was a dragon?
Yes, sort of.
I don't think the dragon ever showed that he had a form of a woman.
Sort of.
I knew the woman was powerful.
Anyway, I'm well aware of Lady Island who is masquerading as something she's not. Of what it is, I cannot say. I don't know. But I know it's there. And I know a few other things that at the moment capable of speaking to. We have other tasks to see to, Win-Win, as do you.
Ugh, organizing mercenaries. You... Just make sure we don't get ambushed, that's all I ask.
Ambushed?
We're surrounded by mountains. A fool looks at these mountains and see no pass.
I gesture to the now unloading of iron dwarves with pikes, some of them 30 feet long. And I say, it'd be a fool of a man to ambush us with anything.
I think you lack a sense of archery. Pikes stop horses, not archers.
I gesture for Willful and his group, and I tell them to train on the iron dwarves. I say, fucking hammer them. And Will doesn't even hesitate. The other ones are kind of like stood there for a second, and Will draws an arrow and slams it like a quarter-pound shaft into the closest dwarf he can see, and the arrow explodes on the shield of the dwarf. And he draws another one and fires, and it skids off his helmet and flies away. And the testudo forms almost instantly as the next group, the first real volley of arrows lands. And the pikes go out and down, and then javelins start flying towards Will. And I call them off, and I shout over to the dwarves. And I say, I don't think arrows are going to phase them, and we brought our own archers. Is that force enough for you? I'm prepared on my end. If you can sort your units, you should be ready as well.
No, I would have liked to be prepared for this war.
I prepared you as much as I could. You seemed rather distant.
You prepared me
and
for
figuratively.
an island assault of mountains. You brought super heavy armor that could apparently withstand javelins?
Now, they were throwing javelins at us.
Semantics. Still, survive arrows of death.
Just to probably survive javelins. It's true.
Anyways, off to Neverland.
Yes. The party kind of assembles and starts moving out. Is there anything you'd like to do in the town here before moving on a little bit?
Well, we got the cloak of protection. We got, yeah, I'm good.
So we got the core party together amidst the masses, so that's what's important.
Okay.
Like I mean, I'm kind of managing like the party, not win-win, because win-win's managing
Okay.
everything.
So
That's- at
kind of
least that's
Kelno
how I
is
think
taking
it's
lead of the party, and Winwin's kind of going to manage the mercenaries. If that's your,
Yeah,
your plan.
that's kind of what this has become.
Okay.
I'll just Kelnoa's gonna, because of what Kelnoa heard about before with the horror story. Unless somebody in the party, of course, says otherwise, and they want to go somewhere amidst the rain, like I'm gonna keep us together.
Okay.
Claire's gonna jump up upon one of the towers or whatever if she can and be the lookout.
Yeah, you move your way up one of these mobile towers that's on a wagon, or is a wagon, and from there you have a
Lincoln
pretty
Log.
good perch. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of what it would look like.
Ditto the siege engine Pokemon.
Sure. And you look around and you've got a good perch and a good range here.
Okay. I'm the lookout. I tell somebody that I'll be lookout for however long needed.
Good.
And,
Okay. How do you guys feel about taking a break here? And
It's fine.
bringing back to this like next week.
It's fine. We hooray! Ruben
Or
showed up.
next session. Yeah, we made
yeah.
progress. It's good.
Rip the band-aid.
We're finally in Jotunheim. Yep, we're good.
We're going to war.
We're ready for
There's
war.
so much planning I wish I could have done, Oni.
Well, I asked you, and you didn't say anything for a long time. And I was like, cool, I'm just do whatever I want, act like he's on the other island not responding. Which, technically, you are.
I'm going
I
to
was
war.
gonna say, don't worry, Ruben. Orisic and Kilnoa have been busy, as well as the other people got some stuff done today as well. So
Doesn't help that Thanatos apparently brought fucking super armor to combat the
it's
strategic
Fenrir, the
disadvantages he
Iron
has.
Dwarves. That's just how that works.
Just really butt fucking guerrilla warfare in the ass. Mountains, bitch, please. I dare you to try.
Oh, we have fast cavalry. We have flying units. We have light units. We have heavy units. We have super heavy units. We have caravans. We have a fort. We have siege units. If I missed anything, you can tell me.
That's the problem. You missed
I am
nothing.
so confused.
I'm not confused. Like, this isn't bad. It's good. Just like, why you need all this?
I don't know yet. That's the point. Plans are useless. Planning is indispensable.
I
I
used to
did
know.
a lot of planning.
Like, no kidding.
So I'm settled here. Eldest, you're good to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you.
Yeah.